Explorers News Network. This is the illumANark reporting. Now, this is actually a reaction video to I can't quite say it's a reaction video because I can't get my Elgato card to talk nice to this computer from that computer on this screen so I can see everything, so I can edit it all together, and I'm definitely not skilled enough to splice the two pieces together to work in sequence. So what I'm going to do is be looking into his video here while I'm talking to you here, but I'm not going to be worried too much about what he says in the beginning, even though he is very kindly apologetic to the fact that he's received a lot of attention. And honestly, Anon, this to you. Yes, I heard about you through Scarce. No, sorry, didn't check out your channel. But I'm considering doing so after watching this video, which is the thank you guys for everything. Because of the fact that the sincerity that you showed shows you to be an illuminary, even if you're not one of my illuminaries. You're an illuminary in of yourself, because an illuminary is someone who brings light into the world where there is nothing but shadow. You are surrounded by all manner of circumstance that would cause basic depression. Many circumstances that would cause advanced depression. You're being evicted from your place to live, and it's up for sale. That can put a great deal of stress on anyone. I just endured a move that we did with intent, and it wreaked havoc upon my body. It wreaked havoc upon my mind. I don't know anybody here. I'm not attached to the local community. And honestly, I'm a little overwhelmed. I've just had heart surgery, my third, mind you. You know, I've endured a great deal. But 3 times in your video you used a word that caught me. A word that I thought was very important. Overcome. It is the one word, the singular word, I use to define myself. I have overcome the circumstances that have befallen me. You know, I've been told many a time. I was told at 11 years old I would never see 30. You know, in that case, I'm 18 years old because I've made it to 48. You know, maybe I don't drink because I'm not old enough to drink yet because I'm only 18. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I overcame the circumstances. I had a doctor give me 8 to 10 days to live. 8 to 10 days. No, I didn't expect or hope for a miracle. I didn't look for, to God in heaven on high for some improvement in my circumstance. I accepted that 8 to 10 days may be it. I had a new girlfriend, and I was like, hey babe, this idiot's giving me 8 to 10 days to live. I have to make it to 11 just to prove him wrong. On the 11th day, I did go back to see the doctor, and he gave me 8 to 10 weeks. So I had to make it to 11 weeks just to make sure that that idiot didn't have the right to tell me when I was going to die. Then he said he wasn't sure, but that it was probably going to be my heart that would kill me. And I told them it would be more likely to be a freight train, a bullet, or a really, really fast moving car than it was to be my heart. Because my heart has to some degree, listen to my brain. And though it can malfunction to many a degree, I can surpass the limitations applied to the majority. Why? Because I've lived with one thought in my mind. Adapt, improvise, overcome. You adapt to the circumstances around you. Even if that means you are hip deep in shit, you adapt to the circumstances around you. Now you can wallow in that shit, like many, many, many people do. Or you can improvise solutions that will bring you out of that shit. Maybe put you in different shit, but still, it will be different. It'll be an advancement from your previous circumstance. So you can look at the fact that, well, things are not as bad as they used to be. And you can continue to improvise solutions until you've attained your level of what you hope to achieve. You can continue to adapt, improvise, and then overcome your circumstances. All things befall us. The more things that befall us, the likelihood is the brighter our rise can be. Because for one, we understand what it's like to be poor. So poor you can't even afford the whole word. What it's like to be in difficult circumstances. And we have an appreciation for the things in our life because we had those circumstances. In fact, it's when we lose the appreciation where we all of a sudden plummet back into the crap that we were in, that we may end up wallowing in. Why did this happen? Because we lost appreciation for what you had. You have to appreciate what you have. And you did. And that is what has caught me and my attention. Is you had appreciation for what you had. And greater appreciation for what you had received. To the point that you shouted out the two people who you felt were responsible for your very prominent rise in acceptance by the local population. You are now to the point where you will be able to improvise greater solutions for yourself. You may not be able to earn a full-time income at this yet, but you can still improvise solutions. Those solutions will allow you to get to the point where you've overcome this difficulty by being able to say, I can now say I can afford my place to live. It is my place to live. I am responsible for it and no one else. I don't have a landlord, I own. And therefore I cannot be kicked out unless I fail to live up to my responsibilities. But then you have to achieve that level of understanding that you're really responsible for the things in your life, good, bad, or indifferent. No, bad people don't get bad things come in their life, and good people don't get good things come into their life. That's happenstance. Not even luck. That's happenstance. It just happens. Sometimes bad things befall bad people. More often, bad things befall good people. In general, to hold them down. in general, to allow them to achieve an understanding that it could be far worse than it is now. Accept that and advance away from it. Move away from it. That's not a geographical solution, though it may include a movement in your geography. You may move to a bigger city, a smaller city, a broader city, a more diverse city. But the fact is, you are a interesting person. And don't dare call me bald just because my long and lovely locks are in ultraviolet and you can see in that range. That is not mine. So your bad hair days, you don't know. Oh. And I used to have hair to my elbows, so yeah, I do know the difficulties of maintaining a mane of hair. But just to get back to on track, you are a bright spot in the universe. You are someone who could inspire others by sharing your brightness with them. This is an opportunity. Your life is expanding. Let it expand. Do not lose your appreciation for your circumstance. Remember this. The hard and bitter days, the days you're embarrassed of, the days you're not happy with. Remember them. Don't lose hold of them. But don't hold on so tightly they become an anchor. Reach out. Find your path. Find your solution. Get to where you're going. But also step away from the crap. Understand that you're given an opportunity, and this opportunity you could grow upon, or you could lose. You could shoot skyward into the heavens, or fall face first into the poop you're already living in. Take this opportunity to advance your life. You've taken some risks by wanting to make this a career. YouTube, a career. That you want a career in YouTube? But hey, you know something? You want it. Reach out for it. You're a fabulous human being. And I do like your little after dance. Because it reminds me of one of two things. Either some kind of dance they would do in World of Warcraft, for the Mists of Pandaria, the big pandas doing that dance, and either that or Badger, mushroom. Anyway, this was 15 minutes of, I will say, responsive support video. I'm sending this to you first. Not so that you can approve it or disapprove of it. Just because I want to give you the heads up where I'm going to go when I post this. This was a one-take, unedited attempt say hello. Peace out.
You guys are fucking bananas.